communities that I try to get into on LinkedIn or do stuff. And the moment they put the word professional on what they accept, it eliminates so many people from the opportunity to be a part of what really is an elite organization, which is what I liked about your stuff of like collegiate athletics is still elite. And the moment that we place professional athlete, 90% of the opportunities for women drop.
Let's dive into this. So part of the 5% Club, obviously, we've just launched this. It resonated with a lot of people, a lot of people that have been out there, especially when, we've had our careers and we're kind of reflecting back on those careers. We realized that we did something pretty damn cool. What does it mean to you? What is the 5% Club at this point? How is it relevant to you?
It's such a great reminder. We keep talking about and throwing around this word right now of what is elite. And oftentimes I don't place myself in that category because when I was competing, the elite, in my opinion, were the women who were on the women's national team playing soccer, right? For me, being a collegiate athlete playing at Cal with all of these other women, I wasn't a captain, I wasn't an All-American, I wasn't a Hall of Famer, I was a starter, right? So for me, I was always comparing myself to who I felt were elite athletes, and I didn't place myself in that same category. And now as I've gotten older and the opportunities that I've been given, as well as that I've created for myself, I realize after that I do something that, oh, that was kind of badass, or, oh, that took a little bit of a different effort and work and grind than the average person. And so I think about the 5% Club when I saw this was like, oh, I fit in that category. Hey, me, because I don't have that kind of ego in any way, shape, or form. But yet it's important to be reminded that what it took for us to get to that level and what we do is different and it is elite. And so it's like, okay, you can still be humble and still have humility and still be respectful and realize that you've done and accomplished some things that a lot of other people haven't had the privilege to do. So that's what it means to me.
And what we love about this podcast is you're able to share your story, right? And there's so many there's so many relatable things in there, and there's so many unique things in here that is going to inspire other people. And that's why we're doing this. So we'll start off in 3 different phases. The first stage is your younger stage, right? And it's going to kind of pull something out of you. So where'd you go to high school and what's your best memory?
I love my high school, actually. I went to Troy High School in Fullerton, California. It's ranked as the number 2 high school in the state currently because of all the academics that are available at Troy, and it's a public school. The actual soccer program, the man who runs the program has the best social media high school program on Instagram in the country, and Mike is a fantastic coach. Mike didn't coach me, obviously. We're roughly the same age. High school made me in so many ways because I was 13 years old when I started high school. And so I was young and I was tiny, and I was the only freshman who made varsity, and all of my teammates were much older than me and they were 17, 18 years old. They were mostly seniors. And I'm still friends with many of my teammates from high school. And a lot of people can't say that, especially now with the way that they're doing high school sports and club sports and all those things. High school to me was my opportunity to shine, and it's where I truly became a scholar athlete. I was a straight A student, and I was a 4-year varsity athlete, and I made, all league all 4 years, and I was the MVP of the league, and we won league championships 3 out of 4 years, et cetera. And the program that Mike is still running at Troy, we are known to be league champions, and he's got the winningest record of league championships under his belt now, and he's taken on the helm of our former coach. And I absolutely love that. So I'm very prideful about the high school I went to.
And then talk about your transition into college.
I have a lot of really positive memories, and sometimes people don't have all those memories, but I have a lot of positive memories in that during that time, I was playing on the Olympic development team and made the state team, made the regional team. And this is the filter, this is the pathway to get to the national team. It's slightly different now. But to be able to compete with those players and to make the regional team, a lot of the state and regional coaches were also collegiate coaches. So as we went through these opportunities and we're playing club, I was playing year round, being able to go to regional camp my senior year was the furthest I'd ever gone, because the 2 years prior, I had made the state team as a 15-year-old, 14-year-old, as for a U16 team. And then I tried out for the U19 team at 16 years old. And most people know who Julie Foudy is. Most people know who Mia Ham is, all of those players. We're Foudy's from here. And I remember playing against all these women, young women, teenagers, but they were older than me. And I remember getting back in the car and I tried really, really hard. And my dad was like, "How do you think you did?" And I said, "I don't think I made the team, Pop." I said, I don't think I made the team." But Foudy sat down next to me and she said, "Kimmy, no matter what you do, you should come back out next year. You just learn some things and you're going to be great." And so having this person sit down who's only a year older than you, who's like elite, right, tell you could do this, was like this aha moment. So I continued pursuing that. And then I went to regional camp. Not only did I make the team the following year to state team, I made it to regional camp. And then I look around and all 60 players are being offered college scholarships. And I was like, oh my God, how many of you are going to Cal? And there are 28 of us. Mind you, Cal's team is only going to carry 23. So you have this real moment of, oh no, I have to earn it. There's no guarantees. And I like that. There's never a guarantee. And it was just like, I'm just going to work my butt off. And if I make it, great. If I don't, I don't. And where would I rather go to school if I can't make the team, or if I have an injury? Where would I rather go to college? I'd rather go to Cal than the other school that was offering me a scholarship. They were offering me more money at a different program. And I said, I want to go to Cal. It's the #1 public institution in the country. If I can't play, if someone beats me out, I'm getting an education from there. And so that was my, 17-year-old going into college, was just like, I've got to find a way to do this thing. And I absolutely loved it. And I made the team and was a starter, et cetera. So but it was definitely, I got to earn it. I got to earn this. Every single day was just, I got to earn it. I got to earn it. Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have to earn this next question too. So
Uh-oh.
here you go. And what was your biggest challenge that you had to overcome?
I've had multiple chapters. My primary career out of college and into graduate school was a marital and family therapist. So I was a trained therapist and became a licensed RSW in the state of Michigan. And I specialized in working with abused and neglected children, and I was not a couch therapist. So I'm not the stereotypical, we're sitting on a couch having a conversation across from someone with a tissue box right next to you. It was in the trenches, working in the systems, working in all these different arenas. And it's, when you ask what the biggest hurdle was, there's two. One, to create boundaries to not be so negatively impacted by what we see and how we harm our kids was a big deal to me. I left that field after 7 years. The other was not having any understanding of finances or money with any of my career paths, because no one taught me as a young girl. And I never took classes because they weren't in my required courses to understand how money worked. And so having to figure out how to blend my skills that I have. I say I have people degrees, right? Psychology and African-American studies, history. That's what I studied as a minor. And all of my stuff was, I'm a people person wanting to help solve problems for people and help. So I've always been a helper. How do I make money doing that? So it was, how do I transition from these different career paths, and also both, and find a way to make money and not be broke all the time, especially not having a partner. And I'm gay, so not having a male partner, because we're always taught, go find a guy to help you pay for that, right? And so not having that opportunity. And I think that's probably the biggest hurdle that a lot of women face. Yeah.
That was deep.
True.
That was deep. That was a good one. This next one, you may need a tissue box that you used to live. Yeah. This one's really deep. So the next question is kind of that reflective moment, in your life now, when you can sit back and you have a cup of coffee, we're in Kim's kitchen, and you really reflect back on your life. The question is, what is a dream you let go of?
Honestly, I've chased every dream I've had. I have. I've chased every dream I've had. And I think it's not thinking big enough. That's what people consistently challenge me on, because they're like, Kim, I don't think you're thinking big enough. I don't think you really tapped into how much you can still dream. So, as a little girl, I had to give up the dream of being married because it wasn't legal. I remember doing that when I was 12. And I remember my mom asked me when I came out to her at 24, she's like, she made a comment to me, and I was like, Mom, I had to let go of the dreams you envisioned upon me and placed upon me as a little girl. So she said that me being gay was a death of a dream for her, because I wasn't going to get married and have 2.2 children and have the white picket fence and all this stuff. She's Italian, right? And I said, well, I had to give up those dreams in order to create my own. So I would still love to find my person wherever she is. I just haven't found her yet. It's not that I haven't wanted to date. I haven't found her yet. But so I haven't given up on that dream. But I'm still pursuing all my dreams. I don't think I'm even close to being done yet. I always say I'm going to live to be 100, and I'm halfway there. And I'm on my, I don't know, 6th iteration of who Kim is. So I'm in this chapter of me building my business and dreams currently. I don't think I have one that I haven't tried to pursue. Yeah.
That was really good.
It's truthful. It's truthful.
Yeah, it was excellent. It was excellent. That's a good one. Right on, because I didn't give these to you beforehand.
No,
So you
I had no
think on
idea.
your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, think on your feet on this one. But I did give you this last one. The
Yeah.
last one, we don't always get to, you mentioned it before, we don't always get to get up and say thank you to everybody.
Mhm.
Those who've helped us along the way in different chapters in our life, coaches and teachers and professors. What's your Hall of Fame speech?
When I talk in front of people, it does it all the time. This question kills me. When I dedicated my book to my grandparents, for one, could breathe through it. My coaches, obviously. Going to retirement party for my French teacher tomorrow. She's one of my dearest friends. She was Mademoiselle. She hadn't gotten married yet. She had her boyfriend, and now she's married with kids, and I know her kids. All the kids I've coached. Obviously my teammates, my parents, those are like Captain Obvious ones. I mean, but I love learning. So every single person who taught me how to be a better kid is a big list. I don't know. I'm not the person who can do a Hall of Fame speech, because I don't feel that I need to stand up in front of other people to thank them for the accolades I have. It's giving them the accolades and edifying them. So yeah, told you you're going to kill me on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, you just did. And that was awesome. This whole interview was great. I wish I was there to give you a big hug and have a big bowl of pasta fazool with you and drain a gallon of red wine. That would be a great Friday afternoon. But
you killed me on
so much. Thank you so much for spending the time with us and sharing your story. It's a great one. And I think we're only getting started on things that we're going to be able to do to make an impact in other people's lives with the 5% Club. And I'm so blessed and happy that you're joining us on this journey.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it, Rob.
You bet. That's Kim. I'm Rob. This 5% Club. And guess what? We earned it. So see you later, everybody.
Take care.
That's Kim's Kitchen, everybody. We're not live, but if I do put this in there, this is going to be
welcome to my kitchen. I always love to invite people to my kitchen. So yes.
You know what they say is, my wife's full Italian as well. So she likes to tell the kids, and I'm Irish, she likes to tell the kids, you're half Italian and half disappointed.
There's that. Yes. We knew we were going to be friends, right? If you know how to cook good food, you know how to enjoy sports, and you know how to make a proper martini, we're totally friends.
It's really that simple, isn't it?
It really is.